The logistical and administrative offices of the WTA are currently navigating a crisis of success that has no precedent in the modern era of the sport. We have just received a breaking news update that is trending across every major sports network, from Manila to Madrid, and the details are absolutely staggering. Tournament directors at the Porsche Arena in Stuttgart and now the Caja Mágica in Madrid are reporting that they have been forced to take drastic measures that were never part of the original event planning. For the first time in recent memory, the organization has been forced to physically add additional seating capacity to the stadiums. This is a direct response to the absolute swarm of fans who have descended upon these European cities with a singular mission: to witness history in the making with Alexandra Eala. This isn't just a sports story anymore. This is a vivid demonstration of the Eala effect, dismantling traditional organizational logic and proving that the 20-year-old Filipina sensation is the most significant economic force in women's tennis today. Do you believe that the WTA being forced to modify their actual stadium structures is the definitive proof that Alex Eala is now the single biggest attraction in the history of the sport? Or do you think the tournament leadership should have anticipated this massive wave of national pride and prepared their facilities months in advance? I want to see your most detailed thoughts and your reactions to this logistical earthquake in the comments section right now. To understand why this is such a shock to the establishment, you have to look at how these tournaments are typically managed. Usually, a WTA 500 or a 1000 level event has a fixed seating plan based on decades of attendance data. They know exactly how many tickets they can sell and how much security is required. But Alex Eala has effectively rendered all of that data obsolete. Within minutes of her confirmation in the main draw, the demand for tickets didn't just exceed the supply, it obliterated it. We are talking about thousands of fans from the Filipino diaspora across Germany, Spain, Italy, and the Middle East who have essentially hijacked the ticketing systems. The tournament directors realized that if they didn't add more seats, they would be facing a public relations nightmare and a lost opportunity of historic proportions. The footage from the stadiums shows crews working around the clock to install temporary bleachers and expand the VIP sections just to accommodate the volume of people. This is a level of demand typically reserved for a World Cup final or a global music tour. When legends of the game like Boris Becker and the reigning top-tier stars look at the construction crews, they are reportedly in a state of absolute disbelief. They have never seen a player ranked in the 40s cause a physical modification of an arena. But Alex Eala isn't just a player. She is a cultural ambassador, a hero who represents the dignity and the global arrival of a nation that has been waiting for this moment for nearly 3 decades. Every new seat being bolted to the floor is a testament to the power of her brand and the loyalty of her following. The commercial weight of this seat-adding crisis is equally significant. Nike has already positioned Alex Eala as a global face of the sport, and her portrait in the ambassador tunnel at their world headquarters is a reminder that she is more than just an athlete. She is a global brand. Corporations are tracking this logistical chaos with intense interest, realizing that the Eala effect is a legitimate phenomenon that moves the needle in ways the rankings cannot explain. While other players are fighting for traditional recognition, Alex Eala is forcing organizations to literally rebuild their venues just to contain her energy. The sellout of her gear across 4 continents was the first sign, but adding seats to the Caja Mágica is the final confirmation of her titan status. Let us analyze the technical and psychological momentum she is carrying as these new fans fill those seats. Under the guidance of Tony Nadal, Alex has transformed her game into a sophisticated defensive and offensive machine built for the red clay. Her recent dominance on the practice courts, including a victory over power hitters like Linda Noskova, has proven that she is moving at an elite professional level. She isn't walking into these stadiums as a wild card who's happy to be there. She is walking in as a dangerous competitor who knows she has a wall of noise and prayer behind her. Every time she slides into a forehand and hears the roar from the newly added seats, she finds an extra gear that her opponents simply cannot access. It is a home court advantage that spans across continents. The cultural impact of this week in Europe is something the German and Spanish media are scrambling to document. They are calling it Eala mania, noting that the demographic of the crowds has shifted entirely. We see families who have traveled across borders, children holding signs they made by hand, and a level of communal joy that tennis rarely witnesses. This is the new blueprint for stardom, where an athlete's value is measured by the hearts they touch and the logistical records they break. The WTA being forced to add seats is the ultimate validation of Alex Eala's journey, from Quezon City to the absolute summit of the global game. She has proven that she belongs at the top, and the world is literally making room for her. As we look toward the opening rounds and the eventual road to Paris, the implications of this logistical earthquake are enormous. Every tournament director on the calendar is now looking at their own stadium maps and realizing that if Alex Eala is in the draw, they are going to need more space. The sport is growing up in real time, and it is being led by a 20-year-old with a racket and a dream. The intensity is only going to rise as we get closer to the final rounds. Alex Eala has made the world's elite speechless. She has made the tournament directors scramble, and she has made history with every swing of the racket. We are following every result, every locker room whisper, and every bit of construction news from the arenas as this historic week continues to unfold. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and that you have hit the notification bell so you never miss a second of our deep dive coverage of the Eala era. This drama is just getting started, and the world is watching to see how far the Filipina sensation can go. Drop a like on this video if the news of the WTA adding seats for Alex Eala has left you as proud and inspired as we are. The road to the top is long, but Alex Eala is driving it with the support of a nation and a world that refuses to look away. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey. I am out of here for now. Peace.